What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Raph Takes. Welcome back to another video. Ladies and gentlemen, we gotta talk about the Brooklyn Nets. Now, it feels like every 3-4 years the Brooklyn Nets are blowing it up, and in the last 12 years this is gonna be their third time blowing it up if these trades go down. So NBA Dunk Central reported that according to Mark Stein, quote, "I've heard more than once this week not to discount the idea of Brooklyn Nets big Nic Claxton could be available more over the next 7 days than previously advertised. These are mixed signals in circulation about the Nets' plans with Claxton as unrestricted free agency looms this summer." Now, if you're wondering how good of a player Claxton is, he's having a phenomenal season. He was a second-round pick in 2019. He's currently averaging 12 points, 10 rebounds, 2 assists a game, and he's a great rim protector. Now, if you've seen Claxton play with Kyrie Irving, Kevin Durant, he's great at setting picks, he's great at defending the rim, he'll catch lobs. Phenomenal young player all around. He's also averaging 1.5 blocks and 1.5 steals in his last 10 games. So, great young prospect, and for a team like the Brooklyn Nets that don't really have picks for the next 4 to 5 years, they gotta cash in. They gotta cash in on any asset they possibly can, and for a guy like Nic Claxton, who I assume would want to be in a winning situation, this is the perfect time to trade him. So with that being said, let's look at some of the trades that are available for Nic Claxton, starting with the Oklahoma City Thunder. Now, listen, this OKC team is a very young team, right? So I think Nic Claxton would fit on their team because of the age alone, and the plus that he can be a great defensive big, come off the bench, and play that role to protect the second unit when Chet Holmgren's off the court. All OKC would have to do is just give up one of their 100 picks, which is not even their own pick. It'll be the Utah pick from this upcoming draft. They give up Davis Bertans, and Brooklyn Nets get a pick back. I don't see how the Brooklyn Nets don't win in this situation where, yes, they do have to swallow a contract of Davis Bertans, but they get a pick back for a player that could just walk away. And I think even though this is a better trade for the Oklahoma City Thunder because it provides some depth going to the playoffs, the Brooklyn Nets are not really in a position of leverage. Beggars can't be choosers. So I think this is one trade that would work out for both teams in my opinion. And I can see the Oklahoma City Thunder definitely stepping in and making something like this happen. Because if you look at the OKC Thunder team, they don't really have a lot of depth, right? When it comes to, I mean, they have depth, but if you look at their center spot, yes, they have Jalen Williams and have Oliver Sarr, but those guys are not guys that will give you playoff minutes. But Nic Claxton can because he has played playoff minutes, right? And this will also allow Chet Holmgren to play a 4 position more with a defensive big that can protect the rim. So I really love this trade for both teams. With that being said, let's pivot over to the next team that we have in mind, and that is the Phoenix Suns. Now, I can see Kevin Durant speaking with the front office at Phoenix and being like, "Hey, I'm familiar with him. Get me a defensive big," because the Phoenix Suns are not that great at defending. All the Phoenix Suns would have to do is give up Josh Okogie, Nasir Little, and a second-round pick. Now, I know the second-round pick is not as enticing as the first-round pick that they would get from Utah, but hey, that second-round pick in 2024 is probably going to be like a top 3 or maybe even the best pick of the second round, right? So you're still getting back something in return. It's not that you're getting a lot of salary back that you have to keep on your books for a long time. Claxton was going to walk away anyways. Brooklyn Nets get a second-round pick, which is kind of like a late first pick considering how bad the San Antonio Spurs are this year, and then you still get 2 young players. Well, not just young players, but you get 2 players that are not really on a heavy contract. So this could also be a trade that I can see working out for the Phoenix Suns, and maybe the Phoenix Suns can throw in another second-round pick because they don't really have a lot of firsts to give out, but this will be a great trade for them. I would absolutely love to see this. Let's look at the very last trade that I cooked up, and that is to Orlando Magic. Now, the reason why I love this trade is because it's just a one-on-one swap. Just a one-on-one swap. Wendell Carter is not a bad player. He's also not old. I believe he's like 24, 25 years old. He has experience in the league. He's on a longer contract. He's still going to have 2 more years left after this season. So he's on a cheap contract. He could get some promising minutes with the Brooklyn Nets. And the Magic get a defensive big that they can plug into their young core right now, who are pretty much in a competitive mode. Not in a win-now mode because they're not contenders, but they are in a win-now mode. And I think this is a win-win for both teams. Now, there are other teams that I feel that could be interested in Nic Claxton, such as the Toronto Raptors, maybe the Lakers, because the Lakers are interested in everybody. But it is a little bit of a risk if a team is trading for Nic Claxton that won't be able to sign him in the offseason, because, you know, right now he is making $9.6 million a year. So you do have to salary match, and then for him to walk away in the offseason will sting. And for the team that is trading for Claxton, would definitely have to give up a pick unless they trade another player within the same caliber as Nic Claxton, like such as Wendell Carter Jr., who's on a longer contract. Then I can see a team not willing to attach a pick. So these are the three trades that I think would work out for Claxton. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Let me know which trade is the best. And if you're a fan of another team and you're interested in Nic Claxton, just let me know. Just let me know in the comments. Let's see what trades you guys can cook up with, because I definitely see Claxton on the move. And I definitely want to see this young man on a promising basketball team where he's winning games, because let's be honest, the Brooklyn Nets are a poop show. Yeah, the Brooklyn Nets are a poop show. And I don't see that team making any moves, doing anything, making any noise in the East for the foreseeable future, because they just have no future. Aside from Mikal Bridges, they have absolutely nothing to hope for. So yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Subscribe to the channel, because I'm going to be covering the trade deadline, covering every single news that comes out from the NBA. So it's your boy Raph Takes. I appreciate you supporting the video. Thank you. Take care. Peace.